Or do you have any takeaways from the brackets?
Just thought, it is what it is. There could be some changes. If somebody gets hurt from now till then. But I didn't think a whole lot. Little surprised at some of the way some things fell with one team not wrestling a whole bunch of guys last week. It's a little odd. But anyway, I think we're in a good position, right? We got to go wrestle and probably have our best performance to take the trophy, and that's what we're going for. We're going to win.
4 buys, it's great to get the move on.
Yeah.
But it's also, you give up the opportunity for bonus points.
Yeah, that's right. They need to figure something out there. How many buys? There's 10 brackets with, I don't know. Just if that's more of a buys than everyone else, then something needs to change. There needs to be a maximum of how many buys you can get in the first round, because I think teams that have a chance to win, that could make the difference.
It'll be a lot of these guys' first time competing in postseason. Do you have to tell them anything going into it? Do you think they're just continue on business as usual?
Yeah, it better be tough. You better have your singlet pulled up and ready to go. This is a tough conference. I don't think. And it's not going backwards. It's going to get tougher, And so I've been really impressed with several of the guys that we have individually at some of the weights from other schools. Really impressed with it after looking at a few of the weight classes. We got a good, tough, strong conference that's going to get better with each year.
I had somebody tell me that after the Iowa duel, in fact, immediately after the Iowa duel, you set the tone, kind of said, look, okay, let's forget that. Let's throw that out of your heads. Don't look at NCAA either. That you said, look, I'm sick of not winning the Big 12.
Yeah, we've been, I think it's been 2 years, right? Yeah, that's something that takes a lot of pride and really moves you into a lot better place, when you do win it. At the beginning of the year, if you looked at it, didn't look like much of a chance, but we definitely put ourselves in position with our seeds, and it's going to take 10 guys though. You can't have somebody just have a poor tournament that you're expected to big points out of. You're not going to win it. If you lose one of those guys, you're not going to win it. With a 13-team tournament, the national tournament, different story. But this tournament, you can't lose someone that you need. Everybody needs to score points, and when we have opportunity to score bonus, we got to get bonus points. We could wrestle really well and come in second. That's Iowa State. I think the team probably to beat. Looks really good on the second half of the season.
Because you have so many new guys that are going to be new to this environment, this event. Is it possible for you to know right now what kind of a tournament team you have, or is there too many question marks?
We can help ourselves a lot, by having a good tournament. We have a really good tournament. It's going to put us in a lot better position to have a good, maybe national tournament, and so that's why we can't advance here. We need to stay focused on that Big 12 and having a good effort. Let's not let people slip up on us. We had a couple guys drift backwards in the last 2 matches as far as seed wise because of just disappointing losses. We don't want to do that to Big 12, and if we don't do it, it's going to be a good tournament for us.
With such a young team, do you think some of those guys learned some lessons from those
They
that
better
disappointment?
have. They got their ass kicked. They should, right? I mean, we got, you know. Yeah, I mean, let's go into the tournament reminding ourselves of what happened last time we went out as a team. You know, so you hope it's motivating, and it's been a good week of practice. I can tell you that.
John, how much of a stark contrast can you pinpoint from how you were feeling last year going into the Big
Who's that?
12? You as the coach, how much of a stark contrast is there from what you were feeling going into last year's Big 12 to this year's?
Oh, I mean, this is a better team than both of those teams the last 2 years. You know, period. You know, I feel a lot better going into this Big 12 right now than I did in the last couple of years. So that's a good feeling.
Is there a weight class that you're particularly interested in seeing how it cracks out? I think we've been talking 125 all year. It's been pretty open. Is there?
5, yeah. I mean, you can't. You need to make sure. You know, you're going to get a chance. I think talk to him. Is Bradley talking today?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, just got to be big boys. You know, you act like a freshman or going in. I mean, we can't have you acting like a freshman. You need to act like you've been kicking ass all day or all week, all year, and have a great year. And let's finish up having a great year, right? This is what you look forward to doing your whole life. Let's do it. Let's do it and do it well.
65's a booger. I mean,
Yeah,
when
ranked
Olympics fourth,
Yeah.
that's a heck of a
Well,
bracket.
Hey, those guys, you know, are the toughest guys in the country. You know, yeah, Isaac's got a lot ahead of him. I mean, he's got to go wrestle well to finish 4th.
Right. Dustin can't think about Kekais until he sees him. He's got to take care of his business.
Yeah, that's right.
But that might be one of the best finals if those
Well-
two go as seeded. Parker Kekheisen and Dustin Plott.
Yeah.
I'll pay for that.
Yeah. Well, I think you know that
And they
that
wrestled well here.
kid from UNI is going to be a finalist at the NCAA championship. So that's how good he is.
Yeah.
And Plott is every bit as good as him, and so Dustin's been pretty consistent this year with his behavior and just his attitude in the mat. You know, not giving up easy takedowns, not giving up cheap points. Been really consistent and stingy with what he's been doing.
Do you think that's a sign of
Sign
experience?
of growing, you know,
Yeah.
it's just a sign of growing up, you know, and not taking things so seriously and maturing both physically and mentally, you know. That's what you get in a guy that's been with you for 5 years, you know. You should get that, right? And a level of motivation that motivates everyone. And that's what he also does for us.
Does that kind of make it exciting going forward that you do have all these young guys and at some point they will be Plott's level of experience and things
Oh,
like
yeah.
that?
And the one's coming. Yeah.
With Tegan and Troy, to the younger guys, have you seen them grow up and adjust this season?
Yeah, a lot. You know, they both a little unsure of themselves at the beginning. I think now they see a way of breaking through. I mean, it's a tough go from here for both of those guys, but they're tough. They're good, and you know, expected to be tough. Expected that you have to get a takedown in the third period to win. You know, don't assume you're going to have to win third periods. Those guys are going to have to win third periods to have success this year. I mean, in this postseason, I mean, several of them are. You're going to have to win third periods.
That uncertainty early on, do you feel like maybe they were a little more passive?
Oh, I just think, you know, new new environment, training's different. You know, they redshirted a year, you know, at a different place. I think it was just a matter of getting to know us and you know, how we act when you lose, how we act when you win, you know, and that all getting comfortable and moving forward. I just think that helps them with their confidence when they know what to expect most of the time. Sometimes.
Comment from you on Tulsa being re-upped as the home for Big 12 wrestling.
Well, I mean, they've committed. I mean, a lot of years, you know, and they put on a great event for the athletes. I don't know. It's, you know, there's not a lot of conferences that are doing that. Not a lot of cities are stepping up and doing that for conference events. Everybody wants a national tournament. But BOK has been first class with Big 12 wrestling. I mean, first class.
Going into this, do you talk to guys about, hey, there's this many allocations in your weight, or do you just wait till?
You know, they see it all.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, they're the first ones to see it. Sometimes you tend to maybe put a little bit of additional pressure on them and talking about it. You know, I don't want to talk about it. You know, I know how many. You know how many's there. They know how many there is. You know, listen, we shouldn't be getting towards the back end of that number. We need to be at the front end of the number. If there's 6, then that's a slam dunk. We're going to nationals. You know, so. You know, to really be honest with you, you shouldn't even be thinking about the allocation. I mean, because if we're got a few of those guys finishing towards the end and we're not sure if they're going or not, we ain't winning nothing. 6th and 1st is big points, you know, right? Yeah, 7th. How many
Yeah, he's one of the better.
How many's going at 97? You know?
6.
6. He's 7th in the bracket.
He's one of the better 7 seeds I've seen.
Yeah, well, he's ranked.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's yeah. I think he's in a good place. A lot better as far as health wise. This is as good as he's been this season. He's had some real what was that? Real injuries. I mean, not moping around. You know, they've been real and they've been very painful, and he's, for the most part, he's done a good job of getting to where he is today. Because a couple months ago, I didn't look good. But feeling healthy is exciting when you've been injured most of the season.
John, you've kind of commented on how unlucky Server's been over the course.
I wouldn't say unlucky. I'd just say, hey, you give your leg up and you bounce over the top of it and hurt it. That's part of it. You gave your leg up, right? Yeah. So it's not unlucky. Most of his injuries occurred because he let too many people in on his legs.
Just given how things have played out, how much have you had to help someone like that through the mental aspect of?
Oh, yeah. It's just that's part of your job, you know. Keep them believing that there's going to be healthy one day. You're going to be 100%, and you're not telling them that because you don't believe that. You're telling them that because we had a lot of time. You know, the first time he got hurt was his pec in Vegas, and that was serious. That was the one I thought would be the one that, I don't know, this doesn't look good. But he healed up pretty fast with that. You know, then right when he got back, he hurt his knee on the first match out. So frustrating for him, but he's high spirited right now with being healthy.
You talked about how you've seen the upside in someone like Connor just said, how he's won a lot of matches. What do you tell him after a match, like you faced against Iowa?
Well, that Iowa hit, I don't know. I don't really want to go back there, we should have won both the last 2 matches. I mean, even if you can't win the duel, you should have won the last 2 matches. But those guys know that. They let it get away from them. And what do you say to Doucette? He's lost the last 2 matches, right?
Yep.
Yeah, go win one. You can break the streak, first match out, you know. And we're going to need him. That, you know, he's going to need to. He's going to need to.
Only 5 go there,
Yeah,
so you got to be in the top 5.
yeah. I think he's ranking. You know, some of those guys' rankings. You know, if some of them get beat out or don't finish in the top 5, that they'll get a wild card. Some of them.
I know you don't want to go there, but the freshman they threw out against Plott, were you aware of him? Did you? Ooh, that kid's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, well,
Did you recruit him?
huh?
You remember? Did y'all recruit him?
We didn't recruit him.
Didn't?
No, we didn't. I mean, we didn't need him really.
Yeah.
Plot having 2 years left. Yeah, well, he's yeah. They wrestled a couple guys
Yeah.
that they won't wrestle in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
You know, and so I was a little surprised that they did.
I was too, but he was a good.
No, I was just
he was
a little.
worthy.
I was a little surprised that they wrestled guys that was not going to wrestle for him in the Big Ten. So, you know, just to get them ready. You know, I mean, by the time we hit 84, I guess, yeah, we could have still won the match at 184 if we won out. Now we would have lost by 1. Yeah, we'd lost by 1. Yeah, we had to get bonus somewhere. That was the best hope for that would have been 84. But yeah, he's good.
Yeah, he's hard to move.